It's always exciting to plan a trip. It can be a trip in your own country. It can be just out for a day or two. It can be anything, really. It's been 20 years since I did Long Way Round, the first one.
Many of us were inspired and were brought into this world by Charley, just because we watched his movies.
You know, I think one of the things that I really like about riding motorcycles in other countries is how everything changes. You know, the color of the tarmac, the color of the paint on the roads, the signposts, the architecture, the way people dress, everything.
It's great to be back here on the bike, on the motorcycle, after 2 great adventures we already had with Charley Boorman. It is so fascinating to see him sharing the same passion with us. This here in Thailand is really something special. I mean, I've never been in Thailand on a motorcycle. This is a unique experience, absolutely.
So after 20 years of adventure, you would think you've seen it all. But every time you go out on a motorbike, you get that little slap in the face again and realize actually it is a little harder than you remember. So these have come all the way from Germany. They've had quite a long journey. They've been stuck in customs. Customs was a big one yesterday, just trying to get it all through. It's funny with customs, when you're traveling with motorcycles and stuff, either they can be really easy to get across or it can be like really hard.
The bikes are the first time in Thailand, and obviously there have not been many bikes imported by air. There's a procedure that is normal for the land import and also for when it comes by container, but if it comes by air, it seems to be a little bit difficult. So Carnet de Passage doesn't work here, so you had to do the warranty, we had to get the permission from the Transportation Ministry, the Interior Ministry. So it's a lot of stamps. It took like 10 hours yesterday, and luckily with the help of the Touratech importer here in Thailand, we made it happen. And yeah, last night at 5 o'clock we finished the procedure. 6 was we had to go to the airport, 7 was a flight, and since then we're waiting for the bikes, and they finally arrived here. I'm very happy to have them here in Chiang Mai, and we can start in like 1 or 2 hours.
What made me really interested in getting involved with Touratech again in this adventure is that one, it was 20 years ago that we met and that they supported us on Long Way Round.
Touratech was with him in the beginning, and that relation was never really broken.
You know, there were big changes in my life and there were big changes in Touratech's life. And then not that long ago we got back together again and started our friendship back. And so now here we are in Thailand, about to have some pretty amazing adventures. We'll take these, please. 65 baht. Well, things have changed quite a bit, and I think the biggest change on this trip is the GS 1300.
You have tried it before, like for 2 weeks in Australia, right?
I've ridden it for a good time, a lot of miles.
Actually feels much lighter than the 1250.
Yeah.
That's the big difference. Actually, the last bike I was riding the trip from Germany to Lisbon was the 1250. And of course, a wonderful bike, but now it seems a little bit outdated regarding the agility of the bike, and especially here on this, kind of technical stuff. Rutted stuff, easy to move direction, loving it.
I think so, and I think that GS trophy, I think, looks really nice. It has a very short back end.
Yeah.
You know, whereas the green one, I don't know what that one is. I can't remember what it's called, but it has a rack on the back and it's much longer. And but that one looks. But that's the thing. But that new 1300 looks small.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It looks thin. It looks shorter. Yeah. And but you guys made the rack on the back of the bike that I'm riding on the trophy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you have. I mean, from BMW you have different versions so that you can put the rear rack or the top case. Mm-hmm. And from Touratech we mainly focus on the rear rack. We also have the frame for our top case.
Yeah.
But that also sticks out quite far because the rear frame is very short.
Yeah.
It needs to be stabilized quite a bit, so I prefer to have a rear rack on it and then maybe a rack pack on it.
Yeah. What's nice about the Touratech stuff is that it's not intrusive. It seems to you guys have really spent a lot of time, making it fit really nicely. What I really like as well is I like your new side pannier, the soft panniers.
Ah, the soft panniers.
I like those. I like the fabric on it as well. It's really
quite
nice.
rugged.
We just started from Chiang Mai today and we just made it into the mountains. It's been pretty hot up here and pretty tricky dirt roads. Nevertheless, the heat is the most exhausting thing. Sweating pretty much, getting exhausted. You need to take care for a lot of drinking. Of course, otherwise you just get a heat stroke so fast. But it's lots of fun. It's a spectacular region here. Went down back into the river section here. Of course, there's a lot of tourism here with rafting and other stuff. Try to pass by those things and try to go into the mountains again. So yeah, really looking forward for the next stretch. See you.
Well, here we are in a beautiful part of the world. This is they're making these for the tourists.
Another one.
He said it's the wrong one. See you later, Huckleberry Finn. Okay, well done, guys. First day down. Everybody, everybody's alive. That's good. We made it just before dark.
Yeah, just before dark.
Technically it's dark.
Stuff, man.
Nice ride. Nice ride.
Nice ride. Yeah. Nice bikes. Had one big moment.
I had one big moment. No, two.
Two. I had one big
In the
moment.
morning I had one.
I went over this brow, and then they have two strips of concrete like this, and I came over the brow, just went down the middle of the concrete, and there was a big fucking rock, and I was like, and I thought for a moment I was gone.
Yeah. I saw some lights shaking in front.
Yeah. Well, you know, but they always say never ride at night.
That's what Mama said.
That's what they always. That's what my wife said as well. Don't ride at night, Charlie.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking of her as I was going through the forest as it was getting darker and darker.
Or
and darker.
the cows when we were at the bridge.
Yeah.
I mean, they were only shadows.
Shadows.
There were cows there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it is the first night of our travels, and it's been a really nice day actually. Riding with Martin and Elverio, and they are both. I've ridden with them both a few times before on the ACT Adventure Country tracks, where we went through the UK and then we went through Croatia. And funny enough, we've all been to pretty much the same places all around the world and the different continents, not obviously at the same time, but at different times over the years. And coming here and experiencing that with them, and just having a good ride into the jungle and into the more remote places and seeing some beautiful places has really been a lovely experience, and fun to be riding with like-minded people. Anyway, tomorrow is another day. We've got sunrise tomorrow, so very much looking forward to it. Thailand keywords, I would say fast and bustling, fantastic food, really nice people, lots and lots of motorcycles, enthusiasm, and the smiling faces. So good morning, and it is some beautiful riding today up the mountains, as you can see. We've just been exploring all these beautiful mountains here and the farms, and it's just heavenly beautiful. So lucky to be riding around here.
There's always a big discussion of on-road or off-road, or why do we have to go off-road, or where is it necessary, or something like this.
When it comes to world traveling, it is fundamental that you know that you will face severe and challenging situations where to go from A to B, you have no road, no proper road.
For us, I suppose selfishly, we want that adventure. We don't want the paved roads. But when you're riding along and you're having your great adventure, but then you see little snippets of people on a little small motorbike going up a very steep hill with lots and lots of stuff on their bikes, and maybe a big sack of something in between their legs, and then maybe someone in the back, and then maybe another person on the bike, and they're struggling up this dusty, difficult road.
But nevertheless, you see people living in different conditions and making a life, and making a good life sometimes, making a bad life sometimes. It is like everywhere, and going this extra mile, going to places where fewer people go, and experiencing the landscape, the people, the circumstances is something for me that is part of traveling. I mean, nowadays there is no place on earth people haven't been.
It's been a long time since I used one of these. It's usually a glass bottle.
It's just the hose?
Yeah, just the hose. Come on, I haven't got all day here, you know? Yeah, yeah. Okay. There. Yeah. Ready? It has to go down. Well, it's quite difficult where we are. We're quite far up north. We're actually not very far away from Boorman. If you're from here, if you were to do the crow flies, you'd probably be an hour and a half, probably, if it was a straight line. So so there's not much up here. We're quite far north. And anyway, we've come across this town. It's got 2 big schools in it, and this lovely lady has decided to make us some noodles, and she speaks really good English, perfect English.
Thailand has so many different perspectives. If you know the country, you've read a little bit about it. You have seen some things in different movies. I've been here in Thailand several times before, unfortunately always in business and always in Bangkok. And it's good, it's not good, it's fantastic to go out of the big city and just starting to experience, I don't want to call it the pure Thailand, but maybe I call it the pure Thailand.
Here we have the man that is guiding us, our bright star ahead, Art, from our Touratech Thailand, and doing a tremendous job in taking us through all of these amazing landscapes.
He's just, first of all, crazy for a motorcycle. He's just a great person. His availability and his willingness to help us and to support us is just out of the scale.
Yes, this area I did many times. First time I did with my student. Normally I have my training school for off-road, and I saw many places, dusty, rocky, and river crossing, uphill, downhill, and very good for adventure bike.
Well, we knew that he was kind of a known person in the community, but yesterday I think we just had a little glimpse of the fact that he is actually a famous guy. We were just stopping in a little village somewhere, and a little kid got out from school on his motorbike, just stopped by and wanted a picture with him, and he was extremely happy to have it. Then the kid went away and brought back some more kids with some more scooters to have more pictures and to get some stickers from Art. So it just gives us an idea of the work that he's developing locally.
just horsepower.
I had to hold the whole team together today. I think they were quite slow and negative. They didn't want to do anything. I had to really push them to do stuff, you know. They didn't want to get up this morning. Oh, you should have heard the bitching this morning. Oh my God. Oh no, it's only 5 o'clock. I don't want to get up. Especially Martin was the worst. It just, oh hey. Martin's, I was just joking. Honestly. When we came here, I was doing a TV show called By Any Means. So I went from London to Sydney on bikes, cars, trucks, boats, elephants, tuk-tuks.
So also you flew over and did something here?
We came through here on that trip. So we did everything except an airplane.
Okay.
And on here, I did some elephant riding, and then I did some scootering.
How many years was that ago?
That was in 2015.
15?
15.
I mean, Thailand is still a dream destination, and it's not easy for everybody to get over here, rent a bike, and just do a trip like we were doing here. Especially not with the big bikes. Normally people rent the little scooters. We've seen plenty of people either on a scooter or what was the Honda they had?
Oh, the little Honda adventure bike that I think it's a 175. I think that would be, you know, having come along here, it's interesting, isn't it? Because there's always a debate. If you're going to do an adventure, do you do it on a big bike or do you do it on a small bike? And I think it very much depends on the person's abilities and what they're looking for.
Yeah, the best bike is the one you have, and you can get fast and easy.
Yeah, exactly. So I think there's something for everybody here. You know, I think what's lovely is if you are doing a world trip on a motorbike, you know, coming to Thailand, once you're here, it's very affordable, especially if you get out of Bangkok and Chiang Mai and you go away from the tourist
affordable.
places.
People are extremely nice to you, very polite, and
the off-road is crazy. I mean, it's crazy. It's always off-road. I mean, if you go off the main road, you pretty much can go here through the forest, through the jungle for like hours. You hardly see anybody. You see little villages, and then some schoolgirls on the little scooters come there,
being faster than us.
but beside that, it's like all dirt road and all off-road and a lot of
it is
dust.
And I was looking on my when I was following you guys, and I was looking on Google Maps, and you can there are so many. Everything is linked. So every track that we went on, just about everything except one or two, you could
do a loop.
You could do a loop, or you could end up going somewhere else. So we could back in the town where we're staying in now. You could come up through all the mountains here all day long and end up back in the same place. I realized that this is my 4th generation of GSs that I've been riding. So the 1150, the 1200, 1250, and now the 1300. And each time when they made like the big change to the 12 and then to the 13, the change has been extraordinary.
And Touratech has been involved into developing parts for the 1300 from the very beginning on the OEM side, also on the Touratech side, of course. Now where the bike is out in most of Europe, and the parts are out worldwide. Of course, we are still testing them, but we also want to show them to the customers. Here in Thailand, we have the unique opportunity to bring 1300 into the countries. The people are excited, and our importer here is one of the most enthusiastic ones, the most helpful ones, with also the most capabilities of supporting us here in the country. And giving him back a little bit of that opportunity to present the bike here as a first person, as Touratech Thailand presenting the 1300 to the riders world, to the adventure world here, to his customers, was also an important part for us.
With all things in life, there's always sacrifice. And I think my wife really sacrificed probably more than me, because she was left looking after the children. So that has continued really for the last 20 years. I think I missed my youngest child's birthday maybe 10 times in a row. I've missed so many things for my children to make this too. But no regrets. There's something very therapeutic about being on a motorcycle. I like being on the back of the bike and thinking about things. Just like that.
It looked much worse than it actually was. So the water was not clear, so we thought it was quite deep, and in some places it was, but then we just found the better path and it was okay. But yeah, you never know what can happen. A little stone can give you a nice bath.
We always try to have somebody that shares our spirit, shares the same passion for motorcycling, shares the same passion for adventure.
I think it's interesting, isn't it? Because we've all been spent the last few days together traveling through Thailand. So for all three of us to have that experience has been fantastic. Kind of a new kind of place to sort of travel through, and you always get the feeling, I think, on this trip as well. We went and we're looking for stuff to challenge ourselves, and to have that feeling that they're there to have your back. show, look. Run, you fools! Look! Fuck, it works! It works!
I think it's not a fail if we do not reach the position where we wanted to go. I had that already 20 years ago in Baja California when we tried to go to that camp, and here it's the same. I mean, you push your way through as far as you can, and it is not the destination. No, I want to go there with a motorcycle, and if it's possible with a motorcycle, it's great, and if we make it halfway, we experience the way, and we experience that stuff together, and doing that with Elvio and Charley is spectacular, because they're a great team, and they have no attitude in this. Everybody's pushing as hard as they can, and you're a team, and that's what it's all about, and that's what the fun is all about.
I haven't seen one single cat in Thailand, and I really don't know why.
We did see some little kittens here on the side of the road, but of course mainly this land is manifested by street dogs.
Everywhere, these lovely little beings that are here in Thailand, and all extremely friendly. Not afraid of us, not afraid of the motorcycles, of course.
Actually, I have the impression they are kind of in a good shape.
And actually, we have talked about this when riding. You can see the type of people you'll find in the country by looking at how the dogs react. They are not afraid of people because they are well fitted. And I think this says a lot about the people of Thailand.
Wow, my God, look at that. That is a lot of BMWs.
It's like a BMW dealership.
That is quite, can you, I'm just showing on my video, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 GSs.
My name is Bombay. I'm a motorcycle tour guide in Thailand. Yeah, I can see a lot of things change. And about the news, many people say the 1300 is quite smaller, and first impression is not so good. But when I see the real one, that's really very nice bike.
It's interesting because you guys all have the 1250s, and now this is the new one, but there is nothing the same from the 1250 to the 13.
Wow.
Everything seems to be different. I think the chassis and everything it's a bit stiffer, and it's so that you have better feeling on the road. The whole front end is different.
Yeah, I can
bigger front forks. The mounting is different. Off road, you feel a little bit more stable. And the weight is much lower, so it
more balanced.
More balanced, yeah. And it's just, and you know, when you're backing the 1250 out, it's quite big. It feels big. When you back this one out, it feels much lighter and much easier
because of the balance.
But because of the balance, a bit like when I went from the 1150 to the 1200. The difference was quite big.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, I think you'll love it. You're going to love it.
Yeah, as I can see, I can feel the love already.
funny, isn't it? We're sitting here in town now with a modern pump, whereas yesterday we were up in the mountains and we were in a little small village with a hand pump with that old glass, you know, as they fills it up and then dumps it into the bike. But at the same time, God knows how long he's been doing that for, but at the same time, we paid for it with the QR code. So, you know, old clashes with the new. Good morning, boys. How did you all sleep after that crazy day?
Like a baby or like a rock.
Like a baby.
It was a long day. It was a long day.
Well, gentlemen, enjoy today. It's going to be lovely. And apparently no dust today.
You promise? Yeah, because you're the first one, Friday. That's why there's no dust for you.
Life is good, yeah. Yeah, in my darkest times, you got me feeling like I've been walking on air. Left all my worries and cares.
No dust at all, very clean, pure air in front of me. Just give me a second to take my helmet so you can see how pure that thing was. Can you see? I have bricks of dust inside my nose. Whew. Yeah, he's complaining because he was second, I was third. So this is what you look when you're behind them. Yeah, but that's what life is all about. Just a little bit of dirt in your eyes.
You know, I'm a much better rider than they are. And I kind of go through the dust, whereas they sort of hit it head on. And you see, look here,
You like my Jane Fonda look? My Jane Fonda look.
I was thinking more YMCA.
No, that's your stuff.
More that, you're the one with the tools.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda. Yeah.
These are real chilies and they are really spicy.
He found out last night.
Not only at night, also in the morning.
Toilet paper in the freezer. Hello, hi. Hello, I'm Charlie.
Charlie
Pleasure to see you.
Nice to meet you.
So we've bumped into a couple of other riders, thanks to Art over here, who's been our guru and guide the whole time. And she's an extremely good rider, and she's been in the off-road school here in Thailand many times, and he looks really cool. And actually, in fact, these two make Touratech suits look good. You know. Sadly, the three of us, you know, Teletubbies, don't quite make him look so good, you know. But anyway, welcome. Good to see you. Pleasure. Right, let's ride. So our goal was to discover a lesser known part of northern Thailand. I think we achieved that. We packed a lot in, but we really did come across some amazing roads.
You can't compare riding here in Thailand at least what we have been doing with the normal riding in a European country.
What we feel here, what I feel here in Thailand, is the best example of how people could live together. And this is for me one of the essence of traveling.
My big memory of that would be the beautiful jungle rides and up on the banks with the river way below you, and as you come to the rises you get snippets of the mountain and the jungle spreading out as far as you can see.
We're all living in our comfort zone and we all have our obligations, but if I want to experience something, if I want to go out there, I need to make the next step. The first step to get out there. I need to go on the bike and just do the first trip. And if it's just a day or two, I have done the most important thing to tell myself it's possible.
We have all our responsibilities of our day-to-day life. We cannot be traveling for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months or a year. But just sharing what we have lived in the past and of course what we still want to live in the future.
If you really are looking for something, you know, I think instead of saying next year, why not this year? It's been such a joy being part of this journey until he just now has lost his mind.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
With all the shouting in my ear, he's
I can't hear you.
50 years of riding motorcycles and you don't know what your tire pressures are.
Watch out, sir. Watch out. 1, 2, 3. Are they filming? Are you filming? Can you do it again? I need it from this angle. Do you have any words for me? Fuck.
He's messed up my yin and yang. Yeah. That was perfect until just now.
Thank you, Daddy.
My room is always open. So all set to go. We've got tire pressures, we've got fuel.
Yeah.
All the stubbornness is leaving.
You have these handsome looks. Well, this is perfect.
It's
perfect.
I almost lost it, man. I almost lost it over there. It was this close, you know. First cut is the deepest, baby, I know.
Yeah, you know, 2 or 3 years more with them and you'll be an expert in adventure bike riding.
I don't know, I think I struggle.
Thank you, Stefan, for reminding us of who we are, how small we are.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Stefan.
Thank you.
For the words of encouragement.
We should be.
My only thought to you is